Well, hey there, folks. I'm Meteorologist Matt Barrentine. We are keeping a close eye on the tropics. We do obviously have some issues out there with some blobs, some yellow lemon and an orange out there for us. So we got a couple of areas that bear watching. Now, the yellow one we've been talking about for days. That's the one that went across Florida and dumped a whole bunch of rain. They had record-breaking rain in many areas and terrible flooding. That one is now headed out to the Atlantic, so not really that concerned with that one. Now the orange one, on the other hand, we're looking at there, that one will have a chance of some development as we go through time here. So that's the one we're going to be keeping a close eye on for this point. You can see right there 50% chance development in the 7-day timeline, not in the 2-day though, so we don't think it's going to be an immediate thing. It's going to take some time for this one to develop. Here's what we're looking at with it. What we're talking about is it meandering through the Bay of Campeche. The Bay of Campeche is that area, the southwestern Gulf there, and that's where it's at now, and it's just going to kind of meander through there and head towards northeastern Mexico. So obviously that's a long way from us. I'm not concerned with it having any impacts on us. So check out the future cast. There could be some, likely will be some U.S. impacts from whatever this becomes, and that'll be in South Texas. And you'll see that here as we go through the week here. It's noon on Tuesday, so here we are on Friday. We're going ahead in time. It's going, like I said, it's going to take some time for this one to gradually develop. And then as it does, you can see here, if you look on the map, a big swirl there in northeastern Mexico. It's just south of Texas, and anywhere from about Corpus Christi southward could get a pretty good amount of rain out of this system, and obviously some gusty winds along the coastline. We'll have to see if it can actually get a name. If it looks like that would be a name system. But obviously this is just a model, and it's going out 6 days, so a lot can change here, but it's very possible we could be looking at a tropical system trying to develop out there in the Gulf of Mexico. So that's that. Nothing else in the tropics as of now we're concerned about. We'll keep an eye on that area of the Caribbean. There could be some other things eventually that try to develop down there, but it's nothing in the immediate future. Futurecast, well, it's already ran through it. It's quiet. Trust me, there's no rain out there today. Looks good as we go through the afternoon. It's going to be quite hot, though. I mean, we're talking temperatures well up into the 90s here for us across here. In fact, mid-90s. Let's go ahead and see those temperatures. They're quite hot. Sorry, I hit the wrong button. There we go. Hit the right button. It does help. Morning player, this is tomorrow for your Saturday morning as you make your weekend plans. It's going to start out nice and mild. Looking at warming temperatures, though, as we go through the day, it gets quite hot. Mid to upper 90s in the afternoon for your Saturday. It is going to be hot and toasty, and heat index values easily are going to be over 100. So whatever you do, make sure you have some water around to either get in or drink, or both actually would be a great idea, so you could stay cool as possible in those hot temperatures. So a good place to go would be the beach. Here's Pensacola Beach tomorrow afternoon on your Saturday. It's going to be around 90 degrees, so that's not bad. So a little cooler down by the water than inland areas, but still a pretty hot day. Lots of sunshine, that's for sure. Here's your rip current risk. We're looking at low tomorrow and Saturday. That's the good news. Now the National Weather Service had downgraded down here for us, so I think most of our beaches are going to find it the weather fine. So that's good news. Always do check the beach ride going with the local beach, so you know exactly what you're going to do when you head out to the beach. We should be going up to high rip current risk next week. Here is your long range forecast. Obviously hot out there tomorrow for your Saturday. Things flip around on Sunday. We get enough moisture back in the forecast to where we're going to start seeing pop-up showers and storms, mainly in the afternoons. And that continues all into next week there. So all into next week, we're going to be looking at the showers and thunderstorms popping up in the afternoon. So kind of more of a typical forecast for this time of year. We're going to go from the hot and dry that we've had this last week to still hot, humid, but not quite as hot, right? Low 90s instead of mid to upper 90s. So we'll dial back the temperatures a little bit, but the humidity is cranking back up, and the rain will be back there for us as well. So that's what we got going on. If you missed the very first part, let me give you a quick rundown here of what's happening in the tropics, just so you can get a good check of this. So I'll go over this part again because this is I know it's important to a lot of folks. So there's two areas, lemon and orange out there, lemon and orange. The lemon moving off the east coast of the U.S., that one's not going to be a bother anymore, although it obviously it created a lot of issues in South Florida. No number, no name. You don't need a numbered storm or a named storm to have real issues, because that one was a flooder. We said it would likely cause flooding, and it did down in South Florida. They received a month's worth of rain in some spots in a day, so not good. But that's moving on out. But there's like an overall, if you look there where the yellow blob is and the orange blob, there's like an overall general flow through the tropics through there. And so that sparked off the one that's in yellow. It's also sparked off that one that's in orange. And we could see more, say in a week or so, kind of developing in the same general area that we're going to have to keep an eye on. The other issue is obviously the orange one that's down the southwestern Gulf, the Bay of Campeche. It's going to develop most likely, if it's going to, over the open waters of the Bay of Campeche, and then kind of meander around and head towards northeast Mexico. This one will take several days to develop, if it does. It's not guaranteed that it will, but if it does, it has a much better chance than the other part. So it's possible we could at least see I'm thinking we're going to at least see a tropical depression, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if we didn't get the A storm, the first storm of the year. So we'll keep an eye on all that for you. Once again, that's down the tropics. So none of this will be impacting us. Like I just showed with the 7-day forecast, things for us are going to be pretty quiet today and tomorrow, but then we'll bring back the showers and thunderstorms on Sunday, sort of the typical sort of thing for us as we look down into the upcoming week. So once again, just wanted to give you that forecast. I'm meteorologist Matt Barrentine. I hope you're having yourself a wonderful Friday. Hope you have good plans for the weekend. Do your best to stay cool. It's going to be hot. Take good care of Pops out there. It's his weekend. Have fun and be safe.